Hey guys, welcome to Milgat Farms. My girlfriend Mel wants me to make her a scarf. So this is going to be a step-by-step of how I make a 100% handmade alpaca scarf. From cleaning the fleece, to carding it, to spinning it, to weaving it, the whole shebang. She wants it, so it's gonna be made on my 32-inch rigid heddle loom. So it will be approximately 31 inches wide, 7 feet long. So let me take you through the start to finish of my scarf making. Let's see what we can do. Okay guys, so my son's walking around. It is 8:30 in the evening. He should be asleep, but he is not. I have a whole basket of white alpaca fleece. This is River. And we are going to card up some of her fleece for Miss Mel's alpaca scarf. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take white. This is Saturday's fleece. Saturday's a bay black, meaning what the color of the fleece that is at the skin is a black, but her tips bleach out. So she's a bay black. We're gonna card out some of her, and we are also going to card some of Sonata, who's a medium fawn. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna card each of them individually, and then we are going to blend them together to make a beautiful variegated bat. And the bat will give us a beautiful variegated yarn, and I will show you the entire process. So we're gonna start with the white. We'll go from the white to the medium brown to the bay black. Let's get started. Okay, so what I'm using here, this is my Fancy Kitty is the brand name. So Fancy Kitty is the company that I bought it from. I did a lot of research and I wanted to get the best bang for my buck. So this is this is their Little Tom extra large motorized drum carder. I got it, my husband got it for me last year for our 5-year wedding anniversary. And I absolutely love it. It could hold up to like 8 to 9 ounces of fiber. It's a beast. It's a beast. I love it. It was a great purchase. It was, if you go online and you actually research the price ranges, it's astronomical. The varying price range of a drum carder, especially an electronic drum carder. It was the best bang for my buck, and I'm so unbelievably happy with my purchase. So, yeah, so we're gonna use the Little Tom. We're going to card up the white first. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna take a mild handful. Most people, some people, have a picker, which is a very medieval looking contraption with nails, and it basically does what I'm doing with my hands. It picks apart the fibers. You have to be very careful with anything that's fine wool, like an alpaca fleece or a fine wool merino, fin, anything that the micron count or the thinness of the fiber is very thin. You have to be careful using a picker, because it can tear your fleece. It could break your fleece apart. So what I do is I end up hand picking hand picking my fiber. Now River was, unfortunately she did pass away last year. She was an older alpaca, so as an alpaca ages, their fiber gets a little more coarse and their staple length gets a little shorter, more guard hairs. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick it apart. I'm going to lay it on here. So I have it turned on in the forward position, and I'm going to turn up the speed. I have my little brush here, and the brush kind of holds down the fiber, or packs down the fiber as I'm working it. So you may or may not be able to hear me, but I'm just going to hand pick. And run it through. This has very little VM or vegetable matter, so I don't have to worry about that. If she did have a lot of like hay or food or yuckiness, I would end up combing out her fleece first. Combing out a fleece, although it's extremely time consuming, the end product is astronomical. It takes out all of the short cuts or the second cuts. It takes out all of the vegetable matter. It aligns all of the fibers into the same direction. They say when you put your fiber on your like your tray that feeds in, you should be able to read through it, but like I said, this thing is pretty much a beast, so I don't mind packing it in. Because there are some shorter fibers, I just pull them off with the liquor in brush, which is this small drum right here is your liquor in. Now I do have to tell you, working with alpaca fiber, it is incredibly sticky. I am covered with alpaca fleece at this current moment in time. So with her bats or her yarn, or the look that I'm looking for, it will be primarily white, and then the two different colored browns, the bay black and the medium fawn, will be like the accent colors. But with how big she wants this scarf to be, it's going to be, I'm gonna need a lot of fiber. I think the more picked apart you get, the better it feeds into your drum carder. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take my burnishing brush. This came with my carder. It helps pack down the fleece that's on my carder, and it also helps sharpen the teeth for my carder. I turn up the speed. I'm not gonna go crazy with packing it on. So we're gonna turn this off, and we're going to take off our carded bat. Here we go. Okay, so we are on the back side of our drum carder. There's this little strip right here where there's no teeth. This is where we are going to remove the fiber off of the bat. It comes with this hook. This is what we're going to use to run along this metal piece right here. And it also comes with, it looks like a little dental tool. Right? It's a itty bitty little dental tool. You want to be careful when you're taking this off. Be very gentle with your carding cloth, right? There is a hack. This is a hairbrush cleaner. I got it off of Amazon for like 10 bucks. I use this. So I take this, or I have a dog brush, a bristled dog brush. You could use something like this. You could use a hand card, or dog brush is cheaper to help brush your, stop it. We're not playing Play-Doh right now. We're not playing Play-Doh right now. To brush the fiber off your carder, I find this brush cleaner is definitely extremely effective. And I just go back and forth. Gabriel, get back over here. I am very much a leave no fiber behind type person. So this is the excess that came off of my brush. I'm gonna put this in a little Ziploc bag. What I end up doing is taking my waste fiber and I core spin it to make rug yarn, and I'll make a rug out of this. So. And now I have a white cloud of a bat. If I wanted this to be perfect, I'd run it through again. It does not need to be, because I'm going to run it through the carder again when I go to blend it. So I'm going to put this lovely cloud. Alpaca is so stinking soft. In with my other white alpaca. Okay, so what I'm doing now is we have some fiber that is stuck to our liquor in drum. So I'm gonna pull this back. I'm gonna take my little brush cleaner, right? I'm gonna come in here and I am brushing all of the fiber from the little drum onto the big drum. And it's easier for me to clean off the big drum than the little drum. And you really only have to do this when you're changing colors. So if I was just going to continue to card my white alpaca fleece, I would not be cleaning my little drum until the very end. So all this fiber I will use, because no fiber is insignificant, I will use this to spin up for some rug yarn. And then once all of my fibers from the little drum onto the big drum, I take my handy dandy brush. Again, I found it on Amazon. I got the idea from Mary Egbert from Kamaj Fiber Arts. She uses this. So I just stole her idea. And then we're going to move on to our next color. So our next color is Sonata. And she's this beautiful medium fawn. So I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to take handfuls of her and just hand pick her apart.